A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A soldier dies but once.
Hi all, this is Blaezer RTW. Hope all is well with you. You join me for a 3v3. This is actually one of the older ones because it was done before I went away to Costa Rica and got a better computer. So it's actually the second 3v3 31k I've done. I didn't put the first one up because one of the players on the opposite team was, I think, a bit newer, and he didn't engage at all. He sort of charged his cav in straight away and lost it, and then we surrounded the other two, the three of us who were playing together, and he just held all his troops sort of back and didn't engage him, and then we just went and took him out. So I thought, there's not really a lot to that one really, so won't worry about that one. So we'll treat this one as the first one, which is fair enough. So on the left flank for us is me. I am the Scipii. I've got 2 Peeler shields, and then what's that? 11 urbans, 2 archers, they auxiliaries, yeah, and then 5 cav. There's going to be a fair few with more than gold in the cav and the urbans. In our centre is the Julii, which is 66, who I think I played a game with either one before last or one before. He's gone for a 3 Peeler unit out front, 6 cav, and then I'm guessing that makes 11 there as well. So he's gone for the 14-6. And then on our right flank is Greece, who is Spawn. He's got some Spartans, 5-6 Spartans, 5 armoured hoplites, 4 Cretan archers, and then is that all Greek cav? Yeah, all Greek cav there. His general's in with his Spartans, so fair enough. And then on the opposite team, they're all SBQR. So on the left flank, who is opposite Greece, is Lee, who's a very good 31k player. He plays all the time still. I play with him all the time. He's a lot better than me generally. He's gone for 5 units up front. He's gone for, I wouldn't call it an odd formation because they're all odd in one way if they're not like dead squares or whatever, in lines and all that, but he's gone for a slightly different formation. I would imagine this is specifically to deal with Greece. The way he set that up strikes me as these 3 units will probably go into a testudo if Greece push forward and hold them up, and then he can flank with these 2 units, and then he's got a couple to patch in holes. He's got his 5 cav plus the armoured general, which is really annoying. In their centre is Boudica. He or she has got 6 cav, is that? Some archer auxilia, 3 archer auxilia, and then I'm guessing about 12 urbans. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 urbans. So there'll be a fair few upgrades in there as well as the cav. And then on their right flank is Colossus. He's gone for a 14-6, I believe, looking at it, and he's obviously directly against me. So you can see we're quite spread out at the moment. It does take you can see the battle's a fair distance in time, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to forward it until we're pretty much, ready to engage. Yeah, see you shortly. Right, okay. So you can see it's gone on a fair bit in time. There's a bit at the end where the battle's over and it's just the sort of last little bits getting tidied up as well. So it's not actually too long, the battle, depending despite what the timer says. So just to give you an idea of what's happened, we've all started moving up. Greece is sort of not moving, let's just say, fluidly. And Lee's general, being the annoying little bugger that it is, which is right over here at the moment, getting chased off by some cav. He came, the archers, which I think were from Boudica, yeah, they came up and started taking out some archers. The Roman general come in, took out a lot of the cav, and then took out some archers over here which have gone off routing. I come over and bought some cav over, but I think I've taken them back over now. I think this is them. Yeah, they're just heading back. They come over to try and see, but I was never going to catch them, and the archers had already gone, so I left them to it. Greece pulled his cav back. He's finally pulled a defensive line up. I think the Romans have smelt blood there. You can see they've swapped places, and Colossus has stayed where he is. Lee's gone into the middle, and Boudica has come out to this left flank with their infantry, and you can see all the cav apart from Colossus is on this side. We've only got a bit of Julii cav on over here. You can see Matey Boy, he had his lines, and then what he's doing is he's readjusting his lines of Spartans, and I think he's going to try and pull them so they come up against here. But we can push it, we can press play now and see how it goes. So you can see Lee's general has been annoying. He's had a few taken out, probably 5 taken out. Those archers have come back. That Praetorian cav isn't going to catch him though. So you can see Boudica on the left hand side is going to flank the Greek army quite aggressively. Lee's going to push it up, push his infantry up. He's going to want Colossus to move up with him, but he's actually coming out to face me. What you'll notice is that because we're being attacked on this side, I sort of swung the seesaw around the other way, and I'm going to push from this side to try and square up the line, if you see what I mean. So that we're not on a we're not in a big mess basically, but we already are to some extent. You can see he's really aggressively flanked him there. The SBQ are on our right hand side. The cav's not got involved yet, although they are being brought around. Lee's got all his cav around with his general now, so I would have thought they're going to fancy their chances against the Greek cav, but probably not the Spartans, I wouldn't have thought. You can see 66 has come up to shore at my flank and pulled the SBQR infantry of Lee over as well, just to give the Spartans, the Greeks, a bit of a rest. I'm pushing up. My archers are actually firing. Like I said, I like to bring them to flame at the end against engaged infantry if I can. That's what I like to do with them. It's not uncommon for them, my archers, to be right back here. In the gist of the fighting, well out of the way, keeping their arrows, because the trouble is when you've got a lot of archers, they run out of arrows really quickly. You can see Colossus is starting to face up mine now. I've pushed forward, 66 has pushed forward. They've got a nice defensive line here. The difference between them and us is that they've separated their armies, whereas ours are still connected on the right flank. So basically, further months down the line when we're all better players, etc, and it's all being pushed on, I would imagine that gap would be taken advantage of. As it is, it's not. You can see Colossus had his units in one thin line rather than banks like I've got. So I'm going to peel off a couple of urbans to deal with these that flanked me, because that was the strength of his formation. It was wider than mine, but I've got a couple of units in reserve that I can hold. He's chucked in a couple of his cav. My cav's going to come across too. I'm going to send one of it into the back of his cav, and then I'm going to surround his other cav that was on the side, the 2 that he left there. All my infantry is engaged on this left flank. I've got a few units in reserve on the right because 66 has taken a couple of the units across for me. I'm bringing my cav that I sent over originally to help Greece. That's finally making an entrance. Looks like my cav beat the cav that was on our left, their right, that was on its own, and is now coming into charge. I really should be bringing all the cav back out, lining it up, putting it in a wedge formation, and sort of charging from directly behind here where the cursor is into the general. I had time to do that, but obviously I didn't do it at the time. This is all going to be hectic for me. I've still not grouped my units at this point. It's not that I group the cav, but the rest of it I normally do. So yeah, the micro is not the best at the moment, but we may do with what we've got. So Lee's brought his general back, and now what he'll do, because he's not lost the annoyance factor as such, but he needs it for something else now, which is keeping morale. So he's going to set it behind and just continually hit the rally button every 30 seconds or however long it lasts. I finally pulled my cav out. I haven't put it in wedge formation though. Really, I want to be following this cav in here, the SPQR coming from behind, because they're actually going to beat my infantry there. I really don't like, if you engage your general, that's pretty much a bad sign. So really, this guy that's on his own needs to be coming in against and holding up the SPQR general. Did I actually send my cav in then? I did send my cav in. It wasn't a great strike though. I hit the one urban, full urban at the back that was on its own. Some of my cav made it through and has put some pressure on, although it's actually one of my own units that is routed. 66 is finally going to get his cav involved, so that's quite good. I would have taken out a little bit of cav, so if 66 hasn't used any yet, then that's happy days. You can see his infantry has been pushed up, and he's engaged in the SPQR. The SPQR of Lee, I should say. I've got a few units left, not many, but 66 has really helped me out there, so that's happy days. My general's now actually engaged. I have got some cav over here, which is trying to take out Lee's cav over on our left flank. Looks like Lee's brought some cav in behind us. I don't know whether I'll see them charge or not. 66 will though, and he's sort of gone to save Colossus's general, which is right in amongst the thick of it. Our generals are right together, but they're sort of not fighting each other. Over on our right flank, let's see how Greece is doing. He's bunched up all his infantry. Luckily, all of the SPQR is engaged, the infantry, so we can't flank them, but unluckily, the cav isn't. He's got some armoured hoplites left, his general and that, so he needs to turn these pikes pretty soon. One of them, probably this guy here that's sort of not actually engaged, he wants to be turning that now. He should have done it and turned it towards him, and then he might have got it. That's going to be too late though. Is he going to penetrate? He is. SPQR would have lost a fair bit of cav by now though, but he would have taken enough of that out. I'm pretty confident that he should win that, because he looks like he's going to surround him. On our left flank, I've still got my general. Looks like Lee's still coming in with some hits. My archers aren't actually firing at the moment. 66 has got a unit of cav, which looks like it's just about to make its move into the side. Luckily, my general's not got anyone behind him. Lee's got some cav on the other side as well, going into the side of 66's units, but there's quite a lot of them, and they're near the general, so he'll be lucky, I would have thought, although he could do, if he surrounds them like he has done. But when they lose their charge bonus, the cav, you want to get them out of there. He's still not cleared out that Greek infantry, but he has pulled over some cav to come and help out. Luckily, 66's Julii, the red, is all sort of grouped up together, although that cav did rout one. I'm starting to push everything I've got in from the side now and surround them. I've not got any cav left, my cav's long gone. I've got 2 units in the thick of it, which are sort of half full, and then maybe a unit or 2 between them on the right. There's a bit of 66's cav in amongst me as well. It looks like Colossus's general, the SPQR from their right flank, our left, has gone. That's caused a bit of a chain rout within his own troops, although Lee's are still in there fighting, but that frees up enough of ours, I think, to help. But he's got 2 bits of cav there, which is going to do some damage, is it? No, I might have just turned my urbans in time, but they are going down. So Lee's probably got about 2 bits of Praetorian cav and then his general, which is just there giving the morale boost, which is why none of his troops have routed, even though by rights they should have. 66 has been whittled down, but again, that core of troops is still there, and he's got some that he's bringing back in to take out this one here. There's, they're going to rout. That 2 units of cav are going to rout. The Greeks are still hanging in there, which is a real good job, to be fair to him, because if he would have routed that, they would have all been over and probably done us, but it's given us enough time to rout Colossus's army off by the sound of that. Lee's still in there. He's starting to use his general a bit more aggressively now. He's actually routed one of the Julii. The other one's only got 17, 22. So if he took that out and back in, could probably get another charge. There's some more urbans coming in there, so that's quite good. My archers are firing, but they should be flaming missiles into these guys up here, or these guys that are engage with the July. They've all routed as soon as I've looked at them though, so read into that what you will. Lee's general's still there. I've decided to turn the flame on just on cue. That's going to yeah, you see a couple of them are routed straight away. Probably not from that, but you know, it probably might have just taken them over the edge. So it looks like we've gone on to win our left flank and the centre. Lee's got his general left, which has got 13 horses, and then a unit of Praetorian Cav, which has got 17. He's going to look to try and take out my general while me and 66 regroup. Over here, the Greeks finally succumbed. So that's a nice little pile of red cloaks you can see there from the Spartans, so happy days. So the first part of the battle is over. Now it's time to regroup. 66 is pulling his units over here. He's going to want to face up Boudica before they can, you know, face, you know, take advantage of the fact that they were separated. We've fallen into the trap of trying to face Lee's general because he kept coming in and bashing us and bashing us and bashing us, but we've taken the bait, and you know what Lee's doing is he's separated our armies there, and he's tiring us out. You know, I can see my guys are tired, and they're going to get even more tired from chasing him, and he's going to try and pick off the units that haven't got many in, like my urbans that have only got 4 there. He's got actually taken right into the fight there though, so did he lose any? No, I can't remember how many he had a minute ago. Did he have 17 or 14? But he's probably lost a couple between then and now. You can see 66 has had a time to face up. His troops are pretty tired, winded. None of them appear to be exhausted. Yeah, same as Boudica, who's still got a few archers left. Colossus is completely gone. The Greeks are completely gone by the look of it. And what I have left is a few archers, unsure if they've got any things, but they're about to get it from the cavalry. So 20. So I've got about 35 urbans overall spread over 4 units and some archers that are about to no doubt get taken out. He's left his general in there again. Did he lose any? He lost 1 then. So, you know, as long as you whittle 1 down every time he goes, then eventually it should do it. Looks like these guys are finally ready to... we'll just keep an eye on my units chasing them in the background and see what eventually happens. Looks like Boudica's sending some cav over. Might be worth a shot. They thought better against it in the end. So 66 is moving up what remains of his Julii army. Let's just have a look at the numbers. So I think it looks like Boudica's actually got a bit more infantry, and they've got a couple more cav and some more archers. I don't know, they're very even what's left there. The SPQR Lee's generals there, again, being annoying, hitting that rally button, no doubt, making sure it's twice as hard to rout them. 66 has actually engaged his general there. He wants to make sure that no one routs, which is good because his general's got quite a lot of units left. Hopefully he'll use these other 2 or 1 of them just to protect the back. I'm actually bringing my troops over now. They're going to be exhausted. Pretty much, yeah. So they're just walking over. So Lee's done his job there, so that's fair play to him. I took the bait. Boudica's going to chuck in the missiles there. Some of the urbans have routed there though. You can see Boudica starting to flank with the general on the left side of the Julii as we look at it on our actual right flank as it is now. I'm coming in from the left flank. I'm rushing in my general. I want to take out the archers, make sure their numbers don't sort of sketch out any of Julii's troops. What we've got here, so we've got some archers, so 2 lots of archers against some urbans. As soon as they eventually get there, then hopefully you know, they'll soon rout. Julii is actually going to help me now. I sent a couple over to free me up so I can get in behind, no doubt. The general is still there, although he's just lost. Yeah, he's down to 7 now, so he's down 4 from where he was a minute or 2 ago. We've eventually routed those archers off on the left. Oh no, they've pulled out on the end. That's odd. Maybe he's going to fire some fire arrows into the back. My general's gone though. He's about to die. But you know, he stuck around for a fair bit. I've still got, what have I got? Some archers who are flaming now, I think. And a couple of urbans who are just going to sit there and protect them for a minute. The SBQR Lee's general is still flying in there, and the small 3 bits of cav that he's got, which I think will rout in a second. They've actually managed to rout off a 16 strong unit of urban cohorts there, so it looks like they're actually starting to make advantage. We haven't got no spares coming in apart from mine, which are up here. Luckily the Judei general is right in the middle, and that might just be within the sphere of influence, and funny enough we've actually broken the middle, so that's actually pretty good for us. It looks like our left wing's about to break, so that was quite good timing. I'm eventually bringing what little remains of my army left round, so about 20 troops nearly. My archers are still firing, but they're a bit sketched out, so they'll go as soon as any enemy troops get near them, so I just better make use of what I can. Looks like the SBQR's coming in. General's still got 7 in it, the armoured general. I'm pushing in from this side. I need to get some of them routing because I think everyone's that tired and that exhausted that if any of them rout. I'm pushing in my archers from the other side just to see if the numbers can help rout, and we've got a small part of Judei infantry, 30 of them on the other side, so we are actually surrounding that SBQR, but the armoured general's probably there, you know, giving them morale. He's down 2 from where he was a minute ago. One of the SBQR on our left side where I am, he says splitting the screen, on the left side has gone. Even the general can't help that. Looks like there's not too many left. I've still got a fair few actually. The Judei urban cohorts are chasing, and they need to come back and give me a hand. It's really getting down to the barrel now. It looks like Lee's going to come in with his general and charge the general of the Judei. He has actually routed one as well of a 5 unit. The general's still there giving a hand. They've got 2 generals, we've got 1. Luckily our one is in the thick of it as well as their one. How many have they got? 19, 8, 11, so that's 30 plus 3, 5. So it's probably 30 versus 45 plus the cavalry general, which is now down to 4, so it's slowly getting whittled down. My archers are still there, they're reloading. I'm not sure who they're firing at. Oh, they were firing at that unit that's routed, so that's quite good, and that's actually finished up on this side, so hopefully now I'm going to change my target and go for these engaged SPQR troops. Mind you, there's quite a lot coming from behind. Archers have come back, and a unit of 39 urbans is coming. We need to chop. Luckily one unit's gone. If I can just get some units in behind, that might just be enough to sketch them out. Still got 14 though. Looks like Lee's unit is down to 3. He's engaged with some units at 17, so that's quite good for us. He's going to want to get out of there, which he is doing. The SPQR's only down to their general, slowly dropping down to 12. Whereas that unit of 39 is very tired, so it can't actually run, so that's coming into us. We've done the general on this side, so that's great. And there he is, stabbed in the back. Happy days. See you later, matey. They've taken out my archers that were there, but that's happy days. That's probably going to give us just enough time to form up, which it is. And that's quite, you know, happy days really. It's still, how many is it? 5, 17, 28. So we've probably got about 50 urbans. They've got 40 urbans, a couple of archers, and literally a couple of cav, but one of them is the general. We've still got a general left here. Everyone's going to be exhausted. I expect my guys are definitely exhausted. I'm exhausted now after that. So yeah, we're going to go straight for the, I'm going to go for the general with my 3 troops, just because why not, they deserve to kill him. He's not going to take any of those. He's going to try and come in the back of the engaged Judei troops who are slowly whittling down. They've only taken 2 of that guy out, but I would suspect he was probably chasing off someone, not chasing off around, not that he routed and come back, but he chased off. The general's going in. We want to take that general out because he's an absolute nightmare. He's been a nightmare all game. Looks like one of the Judei's going. The general's in there behind though, so hopefully that will stop anyone right. And there's a unit of 16 in there, which I'm guessing Lee just went for. Come on, get that general, and then we've basically done it. The general's coming out again. But I think there's just enough gone. Yeah, they're down 10 from where they were. We've flanked them. Hopefully I'm going to rush my units in from the back and that will rout them straight away. There's a couple of units there that are of SPQR archers. Yep, we've routed that unit. So now there's just 6 archers and the SPQR general, which to be fair is stuck in there. I would have thought this is going to be the time though, is it? No. I really hope one of my guys gets it because they've been itching to kill him all game. Oh, I bet you this one judo is going to get him on the fluke. Oh no. Come on. He's getting stomped in the face with a horse. Managed to get out of there, did he? Come on, they deserve it. Come on. For the brothers. No, you come out again. He's going to try and take out the little units first, try and rout them off and just leave a few of them. I mean, I still don't know exactly what he's planning to do because we have got, 30, 40 of them. So yeah, my guys are desperate to take him out. I'm going to forward it on double because it's starting to get on a bit. Okay, yeah, so come on, I really want him to die. But you can see that massive bodies over there. That's nice. I do like to see that. And there's a bit over there as well. Come on, someone's got to take this general out. He's just got an experienced stroke though. Yeah, he's going to be exhausted. He's not going to, I mean, we could just sit there and form a new box and we'd be alright, but we're not going to do that. We're pretty confident we're going to get him. He's going to get his comeuppance any second. Come on. Cheeky bugger. Oh, well, I didn't get my satisfaction, but we did. I don't think they're going to have too many things left. They're tired. We're probably not going to be able to catch them, but just the fact that we're running towards them, we'll rout them off in a minute. So that is happy days. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. I can vaguely remember playing it, and I enjoyed watching it back. Actually, that's quite one of the more enjoyable ones than I did. Than the first 10 or 15 was quite enjoyable because it was new, and then it started to get frustrating. And some of them are frustrating that I've been watching back that are going to come out, like the CWB ones, because they're taken from earlier. But yeah, that was a good one. I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. The time is not too long off. I'm actually just going to forward it on triple now. I won't bother cutting it to the home screen straight away. We'll give our guys the their props. There we go. So how many did I have left overall? 6. I had 7 guys left overall. And the Judy I had 8, 34, 35, 41. So we only had 50 troops left. They've got 6, which is going to go. So that's what I call a good battle. Good value for money. Regarding where it was won and lost, probably Greece holding up the SPQR army on our right flank the length of time that it did probably helped us, I think. But yeah, no, everyone played their part, so happy days. Right, yeah, good game to everyone. See you next time.